What's up, and welcome back to the Domino Tapes. This week, we're with a very special guest, someone I've had the privilege of working side by side with, and I've just been up here, like, watching what she's been doing, and I'm really happy to have her on today. So, Dani Pinzon.
Wow. Humbly, thank you.
Yeah. No, dude, how you been?
I've been good. Honestly, working.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a workaholic, and
You
that's
know,
my life right now.
but they have the saying of like, oh, love what you do and you never work a day in your life. It's like that's not true.
True, true.
That's not true.
So accurate. Because honestly, like, even if it's a work of passion and stuff, it's like, oh, you're still putting in
Yeah.
that time, those hours, those
Yeah.
thoughts.
Editing time, shooting time,
Right,
like planning time.
exactly.
Like it's like it takes away from a lot. But Danny, you're the host of, or you're the creator, founder of Third Spaces, which I was put onto Third Spaces by you when I met you actually, like over like a year or two ago, and it's literally blown up since. Like you're first of all, you're doing amazing because it's blown up, and I love the idea of it. But I want you kind of to expand on like what is Third Spaces and how did you kind of make your like find yourself founding it like
Right. I mean, honestly, Third Spaces wasn't supposed to blow
Yeah.
up at all. Like, it was a college project
Mhm.
that I had to do that I was like, oh, I need to build a brand. I want to build a brand that I'm on something I'm passionate
Yeah.
about. And at the time, I was just passionate about going out. But the thing is that, okay, you think about going out, you think about the clubs, like, I don't know, you just think about
Yeah.
the clubs that you would usually go to, you look up on Google, whatever. But I was really just honing in on there was a lot of things happening within like more community based.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a Dirty Rabbit, but it was probably at like a loft in
Yeah.
Midtown, and they were doing live performances or something by people that I don't know, like they kept on coming,
Mhm.
right? They would keep on coming to the same events. And that was basically what became the premise of Third Spaces,
Yeah.
right? Um, Obviously in Miami, I just feel like there isn't a lot of accessible third spaces,
Yeah.
or I don't know, we talk about cafes, libraries, like things in our neighborhood, but Miami's not a walkable city.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's that's understandable. But I think when we think about like a third space, it's like a community that keeps on returning.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these events like very much intertwine with each other. So now I'm like, oh, community is almost like the third space. Like
Right.
it's free to know people. It's free to just like build your own, right? Like of people that you start
Yeah.
seeing so often on these in these events. But honestly, like it it's been overwhelming, like the support and love that we've started receiving, and I don't know, like it challenges me every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time that I'm like, fuck, I have to show up.
every
I have,
every week you gotta do it.
every week I have to do it.
Yeah.
Every week I have to show up this
Yeah.
way. And yeah, it's gone way past just the weekend guide. It's definitely turned in somewhere.
Can you just really quickly, for anyone who doesn't know what a
Yes.
third space is, because I feel like we're talking about it. I'm like, wait, I didn't explain.
Right.
What would you say a third space is, or what's the concept of a third space?
Yeah, concept of a third space is like, okay, you have your first space, that's your house. You have your second space, that's your work. And these are just places that you're always
at.
And so the third space is, you know, you kind of think about the obligations you have to your first space, right? You have to pay rent, or you have to pay mortgage or whatever, keep it clean.
Yeah.
Like this is a place where you're kind of like siloed a little bit as well. And then the second place is obviously the place that pays your bills. They pay
Yeah.
you to be there. Like you're there giving your energy and your skill. And then the third space is really, you know, just like this great concept of this is where you go to like almost explore your identity, explore yourself, and explore your community, because nobody's paying you to be there. Like
Right.
you are
You have no obligation to be
you
there.
have no obligation to be there.
Right.
But still you choose to show up and like come through.
Yeah.
You know? So I think that's definitely why I called it Third Spaces Miami. You know, there's a lot of talk of like, but it's not a third space. Like I just think we have kind of evolved from a third space being essentially a physical space now.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that's a great explanation of it. And because I was like I said, like, it wasn't until I met you that I understood what third spaces was. Because at first I was like, third space, it's a cool name, but I don't know what it.
Yeah.
But honestly, and to me, it's so fun to see, like, when you post something, see how excited people get to, like, go to these things. Or, like, if I see somebody, like, at an event that you promoted, I'm like, no, that's fire. Like,
yeah. Oh my God, I think the same thing too.
I'm like, it's like the meme of, like, I'm like, oh, they don't know that.
They don't know that I came because of third space. Shut up. I'm gonna fucking make that.
Bro, that's so funny.
I'm gonna fucking make that. I know, like, when people come up to me and they're like, yo, you run third spaces, like, I'm like, whoa, people are actually paying attention. Yeah. Not just like my aunt who's telling me preciosa. Like, which I love, by the way. But like, you know, just people outside of my own circle, my own bubble. And I think that's really something that I also want to push too. Yeah. I think especially in Miami, like, I say it like this. I've always been more of an observer of Miami culture, and it's probably because, like, I feel like we have certain communities, right? Like, maybe like genres of people, you know what I mean? And I never felt like I identified with a certain genre of, like, a quote unquote Miami person, right? But I still love the city and, like, everything it represents. Like, obviously, you know, building brick by brick, like, the immigration, like, roots of the city. The fact that we're so free and, like, we high key don't give a fuck.
Bro, Miami's just not serious, bro. Like,
it's so not. It's like, so not serious.
Miami was built on cocaine money. Like, it's not serious. Like,
yeah, everything is like, I agree, and I think that's something that, you know, I definitely want to promote, in the sense of, like, there are other people out here outside of, like, genres, like stereotypical genres of people in Miami. And just bursting that bubble a little bit, like, especially someone like me, I was so used to going to, like, the same 4 events, and I was like, okay, let me like explore again, because
like there's only so many times you can go to, like, Lanyap.
Yes. Stop.
It's like,
I know, and there's places, love Lanyap, like, obviously have spent probably, you know, the OG place to, like, not remember the next day. But I just feel like, wow, there's other things than Lanyap, or there's, like, other small businesses that are coming through that are giving, like, a better, fresher perspective on, like, you know, a wine bar or whatever. But it's also, I think, like, when somebody goes to an event, it's more like, oh, you're going there, like, knowing what is low-key gonna happen here. Right. Like, I think a lot about, like, the queer events in Miami, too. Like, I just went to a Kiki ball, and that was the first time I ever went to a ball, so I'm gonna tell you what a ball is, in my perspective, because, you know, like, I'm just an ally. But, but it's, like, I don't know if it's more of, like, a showdown competition type of thing, where people just come in, like, their finest dress or their finest face. Like, they will come, like, serving face. And it was cool because it was really rooted in, like, queer, Black, Caribbean, you know, like, that community. And just, like, you know, again, bursting my bubble a little bit, and, like, going to an event like that, I think is important to also be allies to, like, other communities that we don't essentially, like, always, like, you interact with on your day-to-day. Exactly. It feels really white out here in Miami, low-key, but, you know, just supporting these things is important.
Dude, I love going to, like, a spot I've never been to before.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be, like, a lounge, or, like, it could literally just be on my day-to-day, like, just going to pick up, like, a friend of mine, shout out Hedries, he does do-rags, and he was... Oh, do-rags is fire. He was doing a pop-up. That. He was doing a pop-up at I forgot, I think it was Daily or something like that. And it was the first time I realized, I'm like, I've never been by here. And I love the
Alapata area is, like,
dude, like, it's like I would go to, like, to Cardinal Film Labs, and, like, that was it. Like,
that was it.
But it's like, I'm like, dude, that's like I feel like even as a Miami native, it's like there's like little neighborhoods that you never gone to. That's like, and I feel like I love exploring those. And I'm like, what's here? Like, what's there? 'Cause it's like Miami's more than just like Wynwood, Brickell, and
Yeah,
yeah, like it's like
I know. I've low key seen it on TikTok, which I don't mind. Support small
for
businesses.
sure.
Support the businesses that are already here. Like if you like a place, no one's dissing you for it,
Right.
whatever. But there are places, and I mean there are like businesses and places that you might seem as
Yeah.
sketch. I used to go to Alapado when I was a kid because that was where all the wholesale.
Yes. Bro,
Hello.
behind I don't know if you know, behind like the Ocean Bank on 42nd, like Lejeune
Uh
and
huh.
Northwest 7, there was a flea market there that we used to go to as kids. Like I'm like
No, I think I know where you're. I know the Ocean Bank
yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking
like the
about.
Ocean Bank building. Yeah.
Right.
But it was like, and then some people were like, oh, for example, my girls like coworkers, a lot of them are not from here.
Okay.
Like I
Word.
found it crazy that we were like at a work dinner or something like that, and one of them was like, oh, she was like, oh, I like the Grove, and one of them was like, what's the Grove? And I was like, bro, like I was like, where do you go?
Experiencing
I
the
was-
Grove for
for
the
the-
first time.
I was like, first of all, where do you go? Like,
Yeah, where do you go?
she's like, 'cause-
Truly.
so she
Right
works
on.
in like Ball Harbor, for example.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
type shit. Yeah.
got it.
and I was like, and a lot of her coworkers aren't from Miami. Like they're people who came from like Jacksonville or whatever. And we were talking like over dinner that day, and I was like, you guys haven't experienced Miami.
Yeah.
Like I was like,
Experiencing the Grove for the first time.
I was like, I
actually
envy you.
jealous. Yeah, I'm actually jealous.
like damn. But even the Grove's been one of those examples of like, dude, I grew up going to the Cocoa Walk when the Fat Tuesdays was there.
Yeah, shut up. That's so funny.
For Halloween, everybody
Bring
would-
back the Fat Tuesdays.
Bro, love like a Fat Tuesdays.
Sorry. But I think it's funny because you see like the Grove has definitely evolved
Yeah.
in some type of way, definitely catering to a certain audience, which is good for them, you know, like, but you know, there used to be a Fat
Yeah.
Tuesdays and there used to be an
Yeah.
AMC or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
like, which was a whole other thing. Miami has definitely evolved in general. Like
Yeah.
it has always been the place of glitz and glamour. Like, you know, you always
But
see
it's been
those-
more of like a low key, like if you know, you know.
yes, like that's the real well.
Yeah.
That's low key the real well.
Yeah, it really is. And it's like I feel like now it's like I saw an article, I think it was like a year ago, that was like Coral Gables is surpassing Beverly Hills for like the most, and I'm like, no.
Most expensive?
Not most
Or-
like most like glitz and glamour neighborhood in the US.
I know
and
they're so low key. about
and I was
that.
like, yeah, guys, shut up. Like,
Guys, shut up.
like guys, my rent went up.
Stop, because I remember there was also an article on The Cut that
Yeah.
was like, these are the Miami neighborhoods that you gotta hit before they like blow up or
Bro.
whatever. Little River, Little Haiti,
Yeah.
anything with little in the front. And that's insane. Like
No,
you think
literally.
about all the businesses that are coming from New York, that are
Yeah.
coming from LA. And yeah, Miami has really been that spot. It's crazy though, because like, you know, we're built on BBL fashion. We're built that you live in an efficiency and like
yeah.
have a BMW and like it's
Yeah,
such
there's-
a crazy
dude,
parallel.
There's a reason that Only in Date is successful.
Yeah.
Like because it's a really it's not a real place.
Right,
Like Miami's
right.
not real. It's not serious, and you notice that in talking to people who aren't from here that move here, and they're like, yeah, this is like
Insane. I know it really like humbles them too, right? Where they're like, whoa, I didn't even know this could experience, which is something that I was talking to my dad about the other day. My dad has been here since he was 16. He's like 47 now. And he tells me, oh my God, I'm seeing like gringos in Hialeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Dude,
and they're mad that people don't speak English. And I'm like, that's actually really wild to me.
Bro, this is like that reminded me of the Bad Bunny like visualizer he posted before the album of like the short film of like the old man going to like a coffee shop,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were
Oh
like
my
paying with Apple Pay, they were paying with like, and they're like, he's like, oh, like I want like una papa con queso, and they're like, but what kind of papa, like papa this or papa that?
I know.
He's just like, bro,
Organic papa.
yeah, he's like, bro, papa con queso, bro. Like, I don't know,
Yeah,
but it's like it's gonna be like
literally.
that for us. Like it's gonna be like that.
But I just think there's a lot of things that
Yeah.
we can do though.
Yeah, no, for
we
sure.
have to be activists. Sorry guys,
no,
we have to be outside.
Sorry guys, you gotta.
Sorry guys, we have to activate. Like,
Estamos activos.
Estamos activos, baby. If you could go to the perreo, you could go to the protest, saving, you know, like a lot of our
saving a lot of your spots.
Right. A lot of the spots that you love and care about.
Yeah.
So true.
No, literally, and it's like, yeah. I mean, it's gonna be interesting because I feel like, yeah, Miami's definitely in a spot right now where it's like, there's a lot of change and a lot of like things are, you know, it's not looking good for us, though.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Okay, so, you know, coming back, like, it's important that we start recognizing the people in our community, and important that we like come to these things and like see each other, even if it's the party. It's fine. Like, you're gonna often see like a lot of the same people. And that's the only way that I think we can move forward, like, together. You know, totally. And even if it's like, how about this? You can go to the party, but save time to go like to these other things too. And it doesn't have to be a protest. It could just be like in art,
the thing
arts
that
and crafts.
What happened not so long ago to save the theater.
Yes. Like, I have my opinions about that.
I mean,
honestly.
Dude, no one's censoring me.
I have my opinions because it's on both sides, right? We don't want to lose already like so much history. Yes, landmarks of Miami, you know, that are really iconic to us. But at the same time, honey, we're not using Olympia Theater, pobrecita.
Guys, we gotta use it.
I'm like, I know, that's the thing. That's also another thing. Like, people cry about things like being closed and like whatever, but you know, that's even more reasons to become regulars of your third space. Dude. That's more reasons to become regulars. That's more like of a reason to keep on showing up to more local things outside of the club too. And I have nothing against the club. I love the club. The club is where things start. But yes, exactly. Like, the clubs are where things start, but it's like you have to evolve after that, you know? But
it can't always be club. It could be like, dude, I love, first of all, I love what Third Spaces represent because it's like, how do I say this? Okay. I'm a big proponent, and as I'm getting older now, I say this as I'm like 27, but like, as I'm getting older, I'm like, you need to spend more time like just living, not just presently, but like really like enjoying the things you do. Like, dude, going to like your coffee shop here and like actually talking to a person, like, and like asking how their day is, like, and actually not just saying it to say it, like, but like actually caring.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and it's like
small talk. Small talk is not scary. It's actually the funnest thing you can do. Because
it's like there's no attachment to this person.
There's no attachment to this person.
You can tell them like, oh yeah, like you can literally make up a story and just leave, and they'll be like, damn, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
But they're not really like.
And that's the story they will tell to other friends. Like, wow.
You have a chance to be a main character in their life.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's like, it's really funny that you say that because I was just thinking about events that, I don't know, sometimes it's about performing, you know? Like, I think Miami's a bit of a performative city. I love this city, but that's the gripe, you know? Like, it's sometimes a little performative in the sense of, it's even in the way that a lot of us act sometimes. Like, I say that because there is that stereotype that you live in an efficiency and drive a BMW. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think that's what's important about it. I see a lot of events that, you know, I think there's a reason I promote certain events on Third Spaces. It's because like I'm trying to promote a lifestyle as well. Like, it's not just parties, it's health and wellness. It's art exhibitions and art experiences. It's like, you know, a market, like fashion markets, whatever. And I think it's important because it's just to do that, right? Like, to really, of course, like surround yourself with your community, but also just like not feeling like you have to perform either. Like, I think about I think a lot of the health and well, like not even just health and wellness, but like a lot of events are feeling gimmicky.
Right.
Like it's like everything's a cold plunge.
The
Everything's like nothing against the
coffee
coffee
pups, whatever.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing against the coffee people, but everything has coffee, everything has cold plunge,
Yeah.
everything is like, even if it's outside of
Yeah.
what is usually the nightlife stuff. And it's just like, I don't know, like it just feels like a gimmick. What are we doing that actually feels authentic? Like, what's the perspective?
Right.
I love Salsa Z. You know Salsa
Yes.
Z? Oh,
Yes.
my girl Lisa, fire. She's the only like probably one of the only people that make me feel not crazy, because
Okay.
she's also equally as passionate. And she was telling me the other day, she was like, you know, I have people hitting me up thinking I got the connect to get them on Third Spaces. And I was like, what are they saying? Like, what are they saying to you? Like, what, you know, what's their
Yeah.
gripe? And then she's like, no, that it's super hard, but sometimes these events just don't have perspective. You
Yeah.
know, like they're not.
They just
giving
want to get on
something
a list,
back.
but they're not necessarily offering anything to like.
Yeah, like what am I taking away from this?
Right.
Right? Like what am I, like at the end of the day, like I leave this event and how am I supposed to feel?
Yeah.
I guess. Like, well, I don't know. That's like a whole other that's like
is
a
that
whole
like
other
a
stream of thought.
is that like a tough decision you have to make every like
Week?
yeah
I don't want to say people's
every day
events suck, you know?
No, I get you, but it's like I mean before cameras were talking, we were kind of talking about like Third Spaces is kind of like a Michelin star guide for live events and life and a lifestyle.
Right.
And is that a hard thing you have to juggle with, like being like, does this event, like, is there a checklist that you look at and be like, all right, this event offers something, it caters to these people, and it does like these three things?
Yes. Yeah, I definitely do have like my own standard, I guess, like my own standard of why I choose certain events. Like that's the thing. I'm just like, what are you giving back to the culture? Like are you like for example, there'll be somebody releasing their EP and I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, like people get to leave knowing a new artist. People
Right.
get to leave knowing that they enjoyed like a live
Yeah.
performance for this like ticket price,
Right.
you know? And like no, it's overall cool. Like it's a vibe. Like it's something different that people can do.
Yeah.
So I definitely try to have like a standard of, you know, this is something different too.
Yeah.
This is not something you can like easily look up on Eventbrite and like do.
Yeah.
I just try to curate it as best as possible. Day to night, health and wellness, art, parties, culture, everything on mixed together, you
Yeah.
know? And yeah, I mean, funny you call it a Michelin guide because I'm here like, what works, what doesn't,
Yeah.
you know?
No, but it's true. It's like, it's kind of like, it's that stamp of like, you know, when if they go to an event that you're posting or that you're promoting, it's like, okay, I know I'll get something out of this.
Yeah.
Like it's not just gonna be like you go in, you kind of look at the vibe, you're like, all right, I'm just gonna head out of here.
I'm just gonna head out. I mean, sometimes that shit happens,
Yeah.
but you know what it is? It's building trust.
Yeah.
Like I want to make sure that, you know, the selects that we select in general is like we're still trying to build trust with the
Yeah.
people that have the guide. They're like, you know, they know that it's coming from eyes that have vetted this and
Right.
have seen the people that are a part of this, have like, I'm giving you details on what
Yeah.
it is. Like if you don't like club sounds and global music and shit,
Right.
don't go to
Here's
this
a market.
event. Yeah, here's a market.
Yeah.
Here's a market. I'm definitely like the most type B, type A person because I think that's just how I look at everything. Like, you know, you don't have to participate if you don't want to, but there is going to be
Yeah.
something for you at the end of the day this weekend for you to participate in.
Let me ask you, because this seems like from the outside, it's a lot. Like in terms of like, I'm like, because I get having to manage like, how are you going to deliver this like super curated, super thoughtful like not only content but also just like community
Right.
Like it's a lot of time, effort. How do you balance this with like having like a life, like you have your obligations as like your job,
Yeah.
you have your life, like family, friends, and then you have like, all right, this is what I'm trying to build. How do you? There's not a balance to it, but it's like how do you shift priorities
Oh my
weekly?
God.
I
I
guess.
have no idea how to answer that question. I just try my best. And I say it like this. I, again, we talk about how I blew up. How I blew up was somebody posted a TikTok
Mhm.
and they're like, this is how I get my events. Actually, shout out Vicky because she was one of the first people that did that. And that jumped us from like a certain amount of followers to like an exponential amount of
Yeah.
followers I didn't think I was going to reach in such a short amount of time. We started small. It was start small and start continue to be
Yeah.
consistent, start small, be consistent. Okay, we were just doing the guide. And then we realized that I don't know, I say we a lot, but sorry, it's honestly like just me sometimes. And then I realized like, oh, we should experiment with other things. Like if we go to an event, let's say like let's go do interviews so people know what type of
Yeah.
people are here. Um and then that's kind of how you start building, I want to say, your resistance
Yeah.
to like what you can handle, right? Because yes, I have a 9 to 5 job,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, and sometimes it's even
It's
longer
nine
than
to
that.
seven, nine to.
Yeah, sometimes it's even longer than that. And and still just like, I don't know, I really just feel like sometimes you're gonna feel tired
Yeah.
and you're gonna feel like it sucks, but at the end of the day, like you have to build that resistance
Yeah.
of, I might as well just do this. Like it gets easier,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there's also things that come that it starts becoming harder because we were doing all this content ourselves and like we could post it
Mm-hmm.
whenever we want and like whatever. And
Yeah.
then brands started coming in and
Yeah.
local events started coming in and stuff like that. And that's when we were starting to work with like deliverables, honoring a strategy. It wasn't just willy-nilly
Right.
anymore. But I think the starting small and being consistent with that really built
Yeah. It built
the
the muscle of
resilience to
like.
do it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just showing up, honestly. And that's the hardest
It
part.
really is.
I have to count to
I know.
three. I have to count to three every freaking morning
Yeah.
so I can get out of my bed, you
Yeah.
know? Um but yeah, I mean, it's been great. I definitely want more help on it, and like whoever's down.
If you're looking,
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
send your resume to.
whoever is down, please help me on Third Spaces. Be part of your community. Be an active member.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the way to do it. Honestly, I can't pay people right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there's a plate.
Yeah.
Get whatever you
Yeah.
can off this plate if it serves you.
Right.
And I think that's just the way like we have to go about showing up in our space in general. But yeah, it's been hard, but it's been really rewarding at the end of the day.
So the reason I asked that was because this is what I saw.
Oh my God, I wanted to know what you
Bro.
meant. What did you see?
Okay, so it was this post. It's this. You still have it on, and I'll put it on the screen for the viewers. But it's essentially like a time lapse of you just working on something, and it says sometimes you're gonna have to make that 9 to 5. Wait, let me see.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you're gonna have to work that 9 to 5 to make the dream work. You're gonna be tired, feel like you have no time and no energy, but that's where the mentality of having to make it work comes in. Do all that you can until you can't. Prove how much you believe in it. Not everything has to be monetary at first, but believe it can get there. And honestly, I felt seen at that moment. Dude, like, because, I mean, this is like, honestly, probably like my third to fourth time, like, restarting this. And it's just because, like, I'm genuinely passionate about this. And I feel like it's like, dude, it's kind of like fulfilling like your childhood dream in a way.
Right.
It's like, dude, as a kid, I used to like just watch like people with their shows and like on YouTube or whatever, and I'm like, damn, like I want to do that. And it's like I realize it's not that hard. You just gotta like put in a lot of energy towards it,
Right.
and you actually have to like it. And so this is like this time around, I'm kind of doing it again. Now it's like I have the luxury of having my own space now, So it's like I kind of had to like build one side until like I was able to like realizing like, hey, like I'm having to pay studio costs, I'm having to pay like all this, like I can't do this right now, but if I work to this point, I can build this up. And always kind of having that in mind, because like even in times when like I was just doing like, you know, my job, focusing on my job, my relationships, my, you know, like just health and life, I was still kind of like in the back of my mind thinking like, damn, but like that's really what I want to like do.
Yeah.
Like that's really like my passion in terms of like talking people, getting to know their stories, and like whether like, you're a creative or you're not, and like you just have an interesting story or take that I feel like could be helpful or to someone listening. And sometimes it's not, bro. Sometimes it's just me talking about like, bro, the fucking price of a croqueta in Miami is going up. Like, and it's like, even if it's just like kind of giving that like time to someone, like they could just disconnect. Like that's what I love doing. And yeah, like that seeing that, like I was coming back from the gym at that time when he posted that, and I was like, no, whoa, like I need to get back. And then that was like,
I need to lock in,
dude. That was one of like 5 things that happened like in a row where I was like, no, like I need to do this.
This is another sign.
Yeah, right? Literally. And I don't know if you're like that, where you pay attention to like little things or like little messages, like what is this trying to tell me in my life right now?
Oh my God, I used to ask God. Okay, I used to ask God to show me a giraffe whenever I felt like I was lost or I was scared, and somehow, some way, like I would find one. I remember, oh my God, when I went on a solo trip and I was really scared, and because it was like the first time I was ever traveling by myself, and I was in the airport and I was like, God, show me a giraffe. Show me a giraffe. And that is like, you know, kind of what helps me. I think having faith, right, in general. It doesn't have to be to God. It could be in whatever you believe in, but yeah, I just like sometimes feel it in my heart where I'm like, this is also my intuition, right? Like that it's gonna work out somehow. When I posted that, it's even just a reminder to me, right? Where sometimes there was like a moment I wanted to give up on Third Spaces because I was like, this is a lot of work.
It is. It is. And I know that for you.
This is a lot of work. And what I did was, for me, that was the problem, right? Like for me, I identified I want to quit as a problem. Like, how can we make this work so I can like have a solution? At the end of the day, like my hardcore solution was, you know, start making more low lift content that is not always an interview, but it could be something that keeps people engaged and like showcases something new to people. But my internal like mindset realization is just like, oh hon, we just have to make this work. Like we have to make this work. This is something good. Like this is something good. And people show up, people come up to you and say that they love this. Like it just starts becoming bigger than you. Like how you say that you come, you help someone disconnect, you have a conversation with them and learn their story. It's also the opportunity for somebody to share a story. And I think that's like what you're providing value in, you know? I have always, maybe it's the people pleaser in me, but I also just love serving people in a way. And I think this is my way of doing that. You know? But yeah, I don't know. I came from like not the greatest foundation in a sense. My parents tried hard, immigrants to this country, shit was hard. And all I knew in my mind growing up this way was I literally can't give up.
Dude, it's funny you say that because I feel like I always go back to that when I'm like, bro, this shit is hard, bro. And it's like, I'm like, bro, but shit was hard for them.
Yeah, shit was way harder for them. Shit was way hard.
I'm like, bro, they had to leave. Like, bro, leave everything you know, like.
Leave everything you know.
And it's like, and make a life work somewhere else. Like, and, you know, grace of God, they're you know, they're good today. Like, they're, you know, it's like, I always think of that. It's like, and maybe it's like the immigrant
mentality.
The immigrant
it's
mentality.
The mentality
of like, bro, I gotta make this work, dude. There's a meme that like it's funny, but like I actually think like that. It's like someone just like sitting alone in the dark and just like it's like how am I gonna get rich?
Yeah. I literally grew up like feeling that way.
But it's like, and it's not even rich in like monetary, but it's like, dude, I'm telling you now, and I've just started realizing this, like, and I'm not even that old, but like as you're getting older, I'm like, bro, like we really only have a limited time,
right?
And I'm just like,
I think about that too,
dude. I think about that like, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
literally, not to get too deep, but like I think about that every like.
To get deep.
You know what? Fuck it.
Yeah,
So
to get deep, like. It's so true. I mean, I think about it in the sense of, you know, we think about like how to get rich. When I was young, as a kid, I had like the weirdest like career aspirations.
Okay.
Like I liked art, and when I was 8 years old, I was like, I want to sell art. Like I want to sell art. Like I want to be at Art Basel every year. Like that was the first time I ever went to Art Basel, and like it truly changed the trajectory of my life. And then after that, you know, like I was a kid who really watched Travel Channel and like Anthony Bourdain and stuff, and I was like, "Fuck, I want to be in the middle of Thailand and like not even close to a city, and I want to do this."
I used to want to be the guy from Man vs. Food, bro.
Like, bro, chill. His name was Adam or something.
Yeah,
I remember
Adam something. Yeah, but it was like, bro, like that used to be my fun fact. It's like that was like my idol growing up because I was like, he just travels, he eats at the best spots.
And then he does the food challenge.
He does the food challenge, but like it's like whatever. Like you're like it's like, oh my bad, I gotta eat.
I know, like that. You know that really made us like I don't know, just realize that there was more out there, right? And yeah, I remember telling my mom I want to be a journalist, or I wanted to study art, or that I wanted to study all these things that weren't doctor, lawyer, and etc.
Like, how are we gonna get out of this?
Yeah, they're looking at me like, fuck, you were the plan. But you know, like, especially when it came to, we have the privilege of following our passions and doing that.
Yeah, it's a fuck you if you don't. Like, it's like, damn, like we came here so you could have the opportunity to do what you want.
Yeah, to do what you want.
Exactly. So it's like, so if you're not, it's like you're kind of, it's kind of a bigger fuck you.
I mean, what we did, like studying something that I don't know about your parents, but my parents are like, now they know publicaciones. You know, now they're like, she does publicaciones.
Yeah.
But you know, like it was a lot to make them believe in it, you know? Even when they see Third Spaces now, they're like, ¿Cómo está la página? You know? And it's like, dude, I'm happy that that they start seeing the real value of like the things that we do that aren't necessarily the cookie cutter way of how they thought success
there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways to like live.
There's a lot of ways to live.
Like there really is. Like more than ever, there's more ways to like earn a living, or like not, or just like just have like I think it's a privilege to have like side hustles and side things,
right?
Because it's like it
draws you out that it's not just work,
right? And it's like it fulfills the side of you that like, because I feel like I love a good rot day, but it's like I need to do something.
Yeah, like, I have too much of an active mind.
Like a rot day every once in a while, you know, it's needed. It's a rest day, like but it's like. These are like the kind of talks I've been having with myself is like, dude, we really like, it comes down to me for like the amount of time you're here. It's like, how do you maximize your impact while you're here?
Oh my God.
And it's like, you could like, it could be anything. It could be like maximizing your impact today. It could be like, hey, I went to go help my parents like put a frame up and like spent some time with them, and then like just kind of like did errands and like, but it's like along the way you made an impact in whoever you cross paths with.
The real wealth,
it really is like and like not to sound old and shit and like
I'm old,
but it's like
I am old,
but it really is like it's living a life like that. It's you hear the cliches, but I feel like they're cliches for a reason.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, hey, we welcome money.
Yes, we welcome money. We welcome abundance.
Because like at the end, like, it gives you more freedom to do those things even more.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that's what really like it comes down to is like live a life that fulfills you. You know, like whatever that looks like. whether it be creatively, you know, with your family members, or like just, but be present, be active, like live an active life.
Yeah.
And not doesn't mean like live an active lifestyle, like, and like work out, but like just be
Presently.
present, do things,
Right.
like, you know, because you're not here one day. Like it's,
Yeah, I
bro,
know.
what
You're freaking me
dude,
out.
I
Line.
think no, dude, I think that like, I don't know if anyone's like this, but I literally think, bro, one day the lights are gonna go off and that's it. No more fun. I don't
Yeah.
get to hang out with my friends anymore.
That's so true. I mean that's I think the importance of like getting out of your bubble.
Yeah.
You know, like the you know, we have times where we're attached to our phones more than ever.
Yeah.
Things are going downhill.
Things are more
Contextually and so
accessible. Things are like it's fast.
it's
Life's fast is
fast.
fast.
It's so fast. I couldn't believe that there like I was like, whoa, I was doing something completely different for my birthday last year. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To which it felt months ago.
Right.
But I think yes, developing the real wealth is understanding how to be present
Yeah.
in this world.
Dude, I love kind of like what has happened also, like it's not like a third spaces thing, but it's like a community thing.
Right.
And like getting out of your comfort zone, I always encourage, because it's like, dude, getting out of your comfort zone, like for example, how we met was through friends who own a brand.
Right.
If you don't know me, you know it's Casalu, whatever. Not whatever, they're the boys, but
They're
it's
the
like
boys. They're the boys.
but it's like through them, like I met them through a DM that I shot to them because I liked their brand.
right.
And then through them, they're like, "Yo, we have this like social media manager, curator, Dani. Like, kind of work with her, whatever. Cool. We met. Cool. And it's like, I thought about this, but it's like once you leave high school, you don't get chances to meet a lot of new people.
Yeah, true.
And it's
That's
like
so true.
through experiences and getting out of your comfort zone, I've met you. I've met Landro. I've met like a bunch of like just cool, creative people that inspire me to like keep going with like whatever your dream is, or like even that, or just like I feel like getting out of your comfort zone adds more color to your life. I don't know.
Right. Right. No, I agree.
And the kind of people you meet, like, just make it like funnier, or like, I don't know.
I think about it like this. There are a lot of different ways you can live your life.
Yeah.
Right? And that could mean whatever
Yeah.
you want, right? But I think I guess like I was thinking more of the uncomfortability
Yeah.
that sometimes those things can bring. And it's going to be awkward.
Dude.
It
Mad, like,
I'm still awkward to this day.
Bro.
I go out and I'm like, I've
No,
never been a
literally.
person before.
Bro.
But it's moving past that.
It is,
I
it
think
is.
that comes like knowing the people around you, getting out of your comfort
Yeah.
zone. And I'll get to my original point in a second. But I think it just allows you to just be a well acclimated person overall. This was what I lost my train of thought on. We are so young, and so many people give up on their dreams.
Dude.
So young.
Yes.
Like, it's like, dude, you could start at fucking 40, 50, 60 years old.
Yeah.
You can start something new,
Yeah.
you know? And we have the privilege to be in a space, like, a lot of us have a privilege to be in a space to do that. To say that you're 22 years old, you just graduated, and because you don't have like a fucking G-Wagon or something,
Yeah.
is like you don't know what you're doing with your life. Because I only say that because a lot of like these courses
Yeah.
that I see on Instagram
Yeah.
do that. But it's like, no, dude, like you don't have to do things by a certain time if you don't want to. Everything
Right.
is on your own time and your own dime. That's why I think it's important,
Yeah.
yes, again, to get out of your bubble and be uncomfortable, because you are going to add that color to your
Yeah.
life. You're going to add so much more perspective.
Dude,
And that's the value.
have you thought about when you, as you were saying that, it kind of made me think of like, I feel like it's gonna be an interesting, like, not an interesting study, but it's like it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with our generation as we get older, and like having stories to tell. Because as I feel like people are becoming more secluded, or like very like, if they have a group of friends, it's like a very tight group of friends.
Right.
They don't really, if you don't go out of your comfort zone or push past it, it's like I feel like the art of like storytelling is gonna get lost in terms of like think about how many stories your elders used to tell you of like, I'm like, oh, bro, like they have
Oh
a
my
story for
God, I
everything, or like,
know.
or like I remember my grandma would tell me like, oh yeah, me and my cousin, we used to walk 5 miles to go to this concert that was in like La Habana Vieja, that was like whatever. And
So detailed
dude,
too.
and I'm like, I feel like we're gonna lose those because we're not like being present,
Right.
or like the anxiety of living life nowadays is taking away from us being present, to the fact that we're like, when you're older, they're gonna ask you like, oh, what was your childhood like? And you're like, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
I
even
kind of just
remember.
zoomed, like I didn't record memories. Like
Right. Oh my
so
God, I have a bad habit of being that way too.
so it's like, granted, we record everything now, but it's like because I feel like you're recording with your phone, your brain's off into, like, you're not really recording the memory.
Right. Or
So
even like we're just recording sometimes for a different reason or
right,
a different way.
yeah,
Like that's why like we just think about how we share information now, like whether it's through a TikTok or whatever.
yeah,
And a lot of people are just like focusing more on the aesthetic of like what their reel or TikTok is going to be, which if it's your business, obviously
yeah,
like that's what you have to do, but I think that has very much like disrupted the perception of
mhm,
how we record and like keep memories. Um but no, I agree. I think it's going to be so different. We look at we I mean, we were just exploring more. I talked
yeah,
to my dad and I was like, one thing I really liked about your generation, he's like a Gen X.
okay,
Yeah, in the 80s,
yeah, yeah.
right? And I was like, you guys were just exploring. You guys didn't have anything else to
Bro,
distract you.
you guys got to party, no phones.
No phones. You guys
Bro,
got to party, no
shout out to
phones.
Tyler for bringing that back,
My
like of like having like
God.
the just like the dance parties, no phones.
Who?
Tyler the creator.
Oh, really?
Yes, so the concept behind this new album, Don't Tap the Glass, it's kind of like, because people
Oh,
are
that's
like
cool.
people are looked at, like when you're dancing in a club, like you're scared that people are recording you,
Right.
so you're kind of like an object of
So
like,
true.
so it's like people aren't dancing because they're like, oh, I'm scared of like being posted online or something like that. And so he's hosting, he dropped like a dance album, which is fire. If you haven't heard it, you gotta listen to it. But it's like he's also hosting these parties. Like he did one in New York City recently, where it's like no phones allowed. Like you're kind of just there like dancing, and it's like, and the energy is just so like there. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, guys, we're getting like a diluted life. Like
It goes, yes, because it goes back to the conversation we were having about performance.
yes,
People go out, they go in their best dress, which is great. I love that.
yeah,
I personally love that. They go out in their best dress. They go out a little bit with an intention of something, right?
yeah,
Especially, bro, when you're soltero, which is a lot of people in,
yeah,
you know,
in
which is a
Miami.
lot of people in general. But you're going in with the intention, like, girl, guy, tonight, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
vibes, like trying to catch a vibe. And yeah, you're just like, I don't know, like
But it's like,
again,
are they seeing you like how you are?
how you are.
Because it's like
Correct.
ultimately, it's like that's what's gonna like matter the most, of, as in terms of like compatibility or like whatever. Like it's like if they see you just raw, they'll probably like you more.
That's what community is about though,
Yeah,
too. Like if you really want to feel, you know, like the depths of what it could be, it's like it takes so much
yeah,
vulnerability. It takes so much vulnerability. It takes, and I'm not saying share your life story with everybody that you
yeah,
meet, but it's like drop the guard or like the
yeah.
performance that you have to be like a certain thing. I have to take my own advice.
Yes, no, I feel you.
Like I
I've
have
had
to
to tell
take my own
myself like,
advice as well.
dude, like just live, have no regrets. I feel like that's the ultimate, and like have a good sense of community. I
Right.
feel like helps too with that. Even if it's different communities, it's like, because I don't know about you, but I feel like social butterfly isn't the word, but it's like a social chameleon.
Ah, okay,
Where
okay.
it's like,
I can see that
it's
for you.
like, for example, like I might be at a coffee rave, and I'm chilling, I'm vibing.
Yeah.
Or it's like more at a like a nighttime like the control type vibe,
Right.
and it's like,
They're so good, by the
dude, no,
way.
I'm
The
going
Danny
tonight.
Ocean
I'm
shit.
going
Oh
tonight.
my god. Okay, okay. Sorry to
But
continue.
but yeah, and it's like different communities might serve you in different ways.
Exactly.
Like
Agreed.
it's like go to the run club, but then the coffee rave or like the meet the same people you meet at the market. Dude,
Right. Exactly.
side tangent. Have you seen? And this is I love the power of social media sometimes, where it's like, have you seen the TikToks that are kind of going viral of the old man? I think he's the old Palestinian man in the
Yes.
in,
Oh my
in
God.
Coral Way.
Yes.
That
I was
everyone
low-key gonna go today
that
because
everyone
I'm down south.
bro, everyone is like going to him, and he used to be like this chef or whatever, and like he's like really passionate about his food. And if it wasn't for that TikTok about somebody talking about like, oh, like I love visiting my little old man that works here.
Yeah.
It's like, and people are like now like going to that, and it's like I feel like that's impact. Like
that's impact. Agreed.
Because like you never know like how
she does video. Sorry
Yeah.
to cut you off, but she also does video of like her talking to him, like
Yeah.
her like really building this relationship
right
with this man.
now
But
everyone is
continue.
like wanting to have that.
Yes,
He-
with him.
I wonder
He's
if,
like, no one
like
talk to me.
on him he's like what the hell just happened?
Yeah, he's like, what is going on?
What is TikTok like?
What is TikTok?
But yeah, no, I think that's like something super important, and I think you're killing it in that space.
Thank you.
In your third space.
In my on our third
Exactly.
space. In our third space. Yeah, if I had any last notes, it's exactly the impact of being able to communicate, like to talk to like the people around you at events or the small business owner.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not only are you getting to know someone new, but like you're also just getting a fresh perspective on life. And I don't think you could ever really regret that. So get out your bubble.
For sure.
Get uncomfortable a little bit. It might be awkward and very vulnerable, but
you'll be better
rewarding.
for it.
Yeah, you'll be better for it. It's really rewarding.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming. I had a blast having you here.
I know I got mad comfortable.
No.
I started getting like
no,
cozy.
but yo, before you go, I want to ask you this because this is like kind of like a not hot take. What are your top 3 places right now? Like your top 3 third spaces that you frequently visit, not just for your page, but like that you actually fuck with.
My top like third spaces. Salsa Z, I think they're doing really impactful work in the sense of just doing like a fun experience, connecting Gen Z with our roots.
For sure.
Doing a really casual salsa class. It's so fun, honestly. It's also kind of uncomfortable for me because I don't know how to dance. But
I feel like a lot of our generation doesn't.
Yes,
so
I know.
It's all good.
So go to Salsa Z, guys. Honestly, really great teacher. I love Elisa. Second one is anything from Pressure Point. I think their events are so authentic to them. The fact that they share that. Not only are they doing the Kiki balls, they're doing like cinema, short films done by local filmmakers or otherwise, and like really showing light on like more queer Black Caribbean experiences. And they also do rhythm and blues, which is really cool. They do like a live jazz quartet, and they're also doing like R&B all night. And then my third one, oh my God, that was the hard one. Fuck. I literally forgot. But I have so many. Honestly, so many people are just doing really great work.
That's amazing.
Oh, I was gonna say Willie's. Willie's Winwood, the fact that we have a gay bar on the mainland.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is the first gay bar on like mainland Miami, outside of like Twist or anything on South Beach.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so fun. Like, they do drag I think they do drag like maybe 2 to 3 times a weekend, and the community, the music is just awesome. I love it there. It's such a safe space. But there's a lot of places in Miami in general. I think everybody's doing a really great job of just trying to engage the people that they attract, and shit, I can't ask for anything else. Bro,
again, thank you for coming on. And honestly, it was about like these are topics that I'm always like kind of interested on. So it's always great having who I consider to be an expert on this.
Thank you.
So.
I'm humbly thank you. There's so many people that know way more than me, and I'm constantly learning from them. I'm constantly learning from the community as well. And honestly, it's a great position. I love learning from everyone. So thank you.
Of
Thanks.
course. Well, if you guys enjoyed this, please subscribe. Follow Dani on Third Spaces Miami. I'll have it linked and I'll have it like kind of on the screen. This is your moment to be like,
All right, all right. Well, follow us here. I hope it like sparkles or whatever. Third Spaces Miami. Be part of your community. Bunch of events, free or very accessible pricing. But yeah, I hope to see you there soon.